What's up, guys? Disclosure Artist here, and I am sitting in the car. Beautiful day, 100 degrees, as you can see. Just came back from a road trip, about to go out to dinner with some friends, waiting for my partner to come back into the car. Thought I'd shoot a little video because we just had a discussion, and I was making the distinction, as I've come to learn in my own personal life, between work and enslavement and having a job and suffering. Let me rephrase that. There's a difference between having a job and enslavement and working versus suffering. And it took me some time in my own personal life to draw that distinction, and it comes with, again, time and consciousness. But they most certainly are not one and the same thing. And that distinction does need to be drawn if society is going to improve. Of course, a little consciousness goes a long way. And as I was saying and relaying to my partner from my experiences as being a driver, was that I would consider my work, first of all, a privilege to be able to help enlighten people and have conversations with people and participate in setting the world free. And that was a fulfilling thing for me that I would happily engage in. But it wasn't until the workday was done and it's time to go home and you're just not able to, that the line between working and suffering is then crossed. I'll give you an example. I'll put in an entire day of driving, talking to strangers, putting up with the energy fields of we'll get into that at a different time. But I believe there to be loose capacitors that are collecting our negative energy. There's nothing more frustrating and disempowering than being a supposed sovereign creature of the planet and you just can't move and your free will is taken away. So I'll be more specific yet again. Full day of driving, partner's waiting for me to come home, excited, 10:30 at night, and as soon as you hit that last couple miles before you get off the highway, bumper to bumper traffic, and it just won't budge or let up a single inch for another hour and a half. And like I said, that full work day is put in, it's fulfilling, it's tiring, but there's purpose to it. That last hour and a half where you just can't move and you just can't get home and you just cannot get off the highway would not only suck the life out of myself, but also my partner. By the time I'd finally walk through the door, all the joy and enthusiasm for her waiting for me all day would be gone and replaced with exhaustion, disappointment. The time was robbed from us, her energy level would be gone, and by the time I finally walked through that door, she'd be asleep. The night would be ruined, and that is a crime against humanity. There's nothing wrong with staying active and participating in society and doing your part, but it's that last bit where your liberties are stripped from you, where we're forced to sit in traffic. Traffic is a crime against humanity. We're denied technology and vehicles that could get us from A to B instantaneously. So that I consider theft. And I will be expecting that time to be returned to me. That's what that song, Milky Chance, Stolen Dance, is all about, or at least resonates with for me. It's being conscious of the fact that time is the most valuable commodity that we have, and it is stolen from us for no reason other than for them to be collecting the loosh. The horn on a car is put there to warn people of an impending accident. It's not put there to be a punctuation to your sentence, but that's of course how it's used mostly. Tell people to get out of the way and move. And when you're sitting bumper to bumper traffic stuck behind somebody and you're honking your horn at them, It's just a lack of consciousness. Our emotions are being hijacked. We can't see what they can see. The person in front of you is probably stopping for a reason because they see something that you just can't see. All you see is the back of the car in front of you. This is a crime against humanity. So I needed to make this video because I'm the only guy going to dinner tonight of the other couples. There's 2 other guys. They can't go. They are locked into jobs that, for all I know, they hate because every time I see them, they're completely exhausted. All of their time is spent at their job getting just enough money to pay for their families. And when it comes down to doing the activities where you're actually spending time with your family, like what I'm doing, they can't show that. They can't show up. They can't be there because they have no money or no time, and they're completely exhausted. And the little time that they have, they want to use it to sleep. And that's just incredibly sad. That's the crime against humanity. That's where they need to draw in their own personal lives the distinction between having a job and enslavement. Working versus suffering. They are not one and the same. In order to grow conscious and free of this system, we must draw that line, become aware of what it is, where it begins, where it ends. That's where it began and ended for me. When I was done with my work with total strangers at the end of the day, I'm ready to see my partner. Don't rob that time from me. And it would happen time and time again. So, that's all for now. Alright guys, take care, I love you.